All right, so we got the car back in the shop today. Next step, we got the epoxy on there. Everything's sealed up good on the outer body. So now, time to break it all back down again. Got to break down the front end, break down the body, get everything off it so that I can put the tub back on the rotisserie, do the jam work, paint the jams, paint the underside, coat the underside with something, do the lizard skin. Lots of work to do, but the step one is to break this all back down and get it back to a point where I can paint the insides of the fenders, the undersides of the hood, all the inner panels, all the inner pieces. So I brought out a couple of tables, gonna start laying stuff out on that and prepping it. Once I get enough pieces in the paint booth, I'll start shooting those as I need to, and I'll take you through that. But again, first step, start breaking it down, get the hood off, get going on this, and get it back to a point where we can start working on the inner panels. I chose to do it this way, so basically I wanted to get the outer body work primarily done. I haven't put the high build primer on yet. I haven't put the, obviously, I'm going to have to abrade this epoxy to put that on. I'm fine with that. I'd rather have a good abrasion bond anyway, abrasive bond. So I'm gonna do all that, but first I'm gonna go through and get the inner panels sorted out, insides painted, get all of that done. So when I put this back together, I can mask off everything that's already done on the inside very well, and then go back to work on the body. Spray the high build, get the body done, and it won't have to come apart again. So the good news is this is the last time this is going to come apart. So that's a milestone in itself. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I have something to show you. Okay, blew that all back apart. That took about 2 hours. I'm not going to go any further because I just don't want, I'm going to do the doors and the trunk lid with the hood later, because the bottom side and the back side of those, all the jam work needs to be body color, not black like the rest of this stuff. So I kind of blew this all apart, organized it on the table over there. I'm going to start scuffing. I still got to pull the inner fenders out of the fenders, but then I'm going to scuff all the parts that are going to be chassis black and start working those through the paint booth. So that's my plan. Scuff all these parts again. Some of them already are in epoxy, but I feel like, just get it down to so everything's white epoxy. Everything will be painted the same. There won't be anything odd. So that's my plan. I'm gonna leave the rest of the tub like this for now until I get through all these pieces. Like I said, with the exception of the hood. And I might even do like the back sides of the fender extensions in orange too, just because looking at it now, that may just make sense, because I got to think about this a little bit, but those pieces being body color isn't going to hurt anything, and I don't have to struggle with body color and black on the same panel. So let me think about that a little bit. But everything else, all these black pieces here, the hinges, the radiator support, all of this stuff can be done. So that's what I'm going to start getting into next. Okay, so I got a good coat of epoxy primer on all these interior parts here. Just kind of work my way down through them now. Throw a couple coats of, I use the Eastwood ceramic chassis black. There are much cheaper options out there. I like this. I used it on the frame. I felt like it was extremely durable. It's not really prone to scratching, so that's why I'm going with that. But I'll throw a couple coats on, a couple of light coats on, then I'll flip the parts and get them up the other, orient them the other way, so that if there's any weird areas that I'm missing because of angle, tends to take care of it. So yeah, that's my next step. Just get a couple coats of chassis black on these pieces. Then I'll move, and then I got another batch of small parts to do, and the inner fenders. Same story. Okay, almost through this. This is the chassis black I use. 2K ceramic gloss underbody coating. I get it to lay pretty good. All these panels are done. Just doing a final cure on those. And this is all your gussets, your fender supports, your air dams, hood latch bracket, all of that. Then your bumper support, lower air dam, and that. In here, I just did the first coat of epoxy on the bumper brackets, the battery tray, and just the inside so far of the wheel wells. Next, I will flip these over and hit them with a coat on the outside. Then let those probably cure overnight. Then I will tomorrow come back and hit all these pieces with chassis black. And that'll kind of wrap up the interior small parts portion. Then I'm going to take, before I put this back together, I am going to take this inner fender well and probably do the same treatment I do to the rear tire tubs, tire wells. And most likely it's going to be either Rhino liner or some bed liner type material. It seems to work best for that. Raptor liner or something like that. Anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do the insides of those once I get them all done. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll of course show you what I'm into there. But yeah, that's pretty much the process here. I hit them with one coat of the white epoxy, then I hit it with the chassis black. Gives me good contrast, make sure I get good coverage. I can see everything that way. And yeah, hopefully by tomorrow I'll have this phase pretty much wrapped up.